why am I still making videos? That's something that I seem to keep asking myself. I've been doing stuff on this YouTube channel for this is the sixth year now, and there's no real reason for me to keep doing it. Like when I started it, I was only 15. It was 2014. I mainly started it to have a reason to have a group channel with my friends, and that was just a bunch of that was a lost cause. But like everyone, they eventually stopped. I kept going, and I don't really understand why I kept going. Because I didn't need to. No one told me to. I was just determined. I was determined for some odd reason. Also, if you hear a bunch of like noises, my apartment's like right by a pool, so excuse me. But yeah, I just decided to keep doing it like through my second half of high school, and I realized that I really enjoy. For one, I really enjoy video production, so I think that's a huge part of it. So that's why I enjoyed editing so much. So I wanted to keep doing this. And while like a lot of stuff I made on my channel to begin with, which was a lot of like, pretty much me going like, man, I love band, and a lot of random memes. Like, I still enjoyed it, and I mainly did it just to entertain my friends with what I could create, and I guess that was probably like the second biggest thing. Like the first biggest thing was like I was really into video production, so I really loved video editing a lot. So I wanted to keep doing it. The second reason is because I love to entertain. Like I guess that was like a big reason why I liked to be in band, and eventually going on to college studying music. I loved entertaining, and with my YouTube channel, I just love to make stuff that I could use to get a good laugh out of my friends. Just seeing what dumb meme I could create this time to make someone's day, pretty much. So I really enjoyed doing that, and I still kept doing it throughout high school and then going to college. That was still my biggest thing. Just I love video editing and I love to entertain. And then I started to think, oh, really, there's a third reason here as I went to college. I really like to make a positive impact on people's lives. Like, I don't know, it's weird to think, but ever since senior year of high school, it's weird just seeing the relationships that I've had and I've kept throughout the years, and just seeing how I've impacted them. So just seeing how many people I've been able to make happy, either through just what I do personally, or through my videos, or through music. I just love doing it. So that became the third reason. And then I just kept focusing on that throughout college, and those were really the big three reasons why I kept doing it. That's not to say those are the only reasons though. Going into college, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, no one really knows what they're doing going into college. As for my YouTube channel, I kind of did the same sort of things that I used to do. I did vlogs when I went on trips. I made memes. That's just all I did. And I didn't make really much on my channel my freshman and sophomore year because I didn't have a lot of time, because I didn't really realize how busy a music major schedule could really be. And I just suffered from poor time management, and just had to try to figure out how that really worked. And I would say that I still haven't really figured it out, but I think this past year I've gotten way closer than I've ever had in my entire life, which comes with age and growth, obviously. But so I'll just say, my sophomore year, that was probably the least amount of videos I've ever made on my channel, just because I was dealing with poor time management skills. I had a lot on my plate. That was like my fall semester. in 2018. That was probably like the busiest and most hectic semester ever for me, and I just had a lot going on. And I've already explained before. I made a video on it before that 2018 was a terrible year for me. It was really bad physically, mentally, emotionally. Um, so that was just like really hard to deal with, and like this. I'm kind of rambling, so I don't know where I'm kind of going with this, but like, my point is that I'm trying to say is like, but I don't know. What am I trying to say? I don't know. World's kind of just falling apart in mass chaos, and I just don't know what I'm saying. I'm kind of just rambling to my phone camera, kind of like I've been doing for the past several years. It's really hard to think why I keep doing this. But then I kind of remember what I'm about to say and think, okay, maybe there is a bigger reason. My first couple of years in college, I pretty much had really big self-esteem issues. I didn't think I was good enough to play with my friends and colleagues. I didn't think I had enough skill level. I was definitely getting better, I knew that, but I just didn't think that I had enough skill to really say I had any skill above anyone else, or like I couldn't even say that I was going to be successful outside of college. Like sophomore year especially, I didn't know what I was going to do. I felt like I was kind of a joke. I don't know. It just kind of stunk. Like on top of all the other things that I had going on, I just didn't think I really had a future in music. So it was really a frustrating time. But then 2019 rolled around. I had a really big vision that I was going to make it an amazing year, that I wasn't going to I was going to take any opportunity that I had to make the year amazing and make something out of myself. And I'd say I achieved that goal, which is really good. And I wouldn't say I took YouTube more seriously, but I took more attention to it, and I tried to get a little more creative, and I was kind of still fishing around of what I could really do to be more creative and do something I still love. And then I finally come across of like, at least in early 2019, I started to arrange a few video game songs that I really liked, and like half a year later, I started to make videos out of that, and I realized that I really, really, really like to make video game covers, and that's what I'm doing right now. And throughout 2019, I learned a lot about music production, as well as video production, but, well, honestly, I learned more about video production this past semester than I did last year, but I started to get introduced into music production. And I slowly started to find out that this is really what I wanted to focus on later in the future. I found out this is something I really love, and it combines music and video production into something where I get the best of both worlds, and I can really excel at something that I'm really good at, which I really didn't realize the past couple of years. I had a skill that I was at least pretty good at, if not really good at. I mean, it's safe to say I wasn't that great at it at the time, but like, I was still like pretty good, a lot better than other people, and I had at least some sort of gift. I just failed to realize that. So yeah, so that's what I'm kind of trying to work towards today, just making like and mixing videos. It's really hard to explain. Like, I hate that I didn't realize this until like last year, but that's what I like to do, and I think that I have a talent with it, and I can pursue it in the future. I don't know in what sort of shape that's going to take place in. I don't know if that means video game covers, or if that's going to mean creating stuff for other people. But that's another thing. In the past like year and a half, I've helped other people create like videos. Like freshman year of me never would have thought of doing that. I didn't think that was going to be a thing that I would have been able to do. Well, that shows I have some talent. That shows that I can do something that other people can't necessarily do in my style or the way I can do it. So, but getting to like what I really want to drive home is, especially in a world like today where people like me don't seem to really have a chance just because of something that's completely out of their ability or out of their like hands. Like I don't want to just sit here and say like, oh, I don't have it what it takes to do so and so. Like I know music and video production what's the word? They're talents that God gave me that I want to be able to use to entertain a bunch of people. So I just want to be able to continue to do that, and I shouldn't have to be, I shouldn't have to be like shot down just because either just who I am isn't good enough or my skill level isn't good enough or whatever. I have felt like I haven't been able to like amount to anything just because I didn't think I was good enough. So anything that renders me useless in any sort of department, I don't think that's just not right. So I'm just glad there's some people that at least support me and what I'm doing, and like also support the fact of supporting the little guy, because like I'm not a prodigy by any means. I'm not a person that's like super good at what they do, but that doesn't mean I'm not a person that has some talent and that I can make something pretty pretty sweet. Like come on. So I'm just glad there are some people that are on my side. I'm glad there are some people that support me, and I'm glad there are some people that believe that someone like me has a chance in this crazy running world. So I'm gonna keep doing what I love, no matter what it takes, no matter what anyone says. I'm gonna keep doing what I love.